Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A few years ago, when I came back to Australia, I was fortunate enough to buy my own grave. This was a little bit after my late mother passed away. May Allah have mercy on all your marhumeen. And it was a good thing that I did, because it always allowed me to come here and sit down next to my own grave and reflect on my actions and my deeds, what I've did, what I have not performed during that week or that month, and remind myself that through that reflection and through that realization of my actions, what I will be taking with me down into that grave. Because I know for a fact that I'm not going to be taking anything down into that grave except my kafan and my a'mal. I'm not going to be able to take down my collection of aqiq rings. I'm not going to be able to take down with me my nice expensive na'ini abaya that I bought in Qom. I'm not going to be able to take with me any of those luxuries that any of us might have. And we know that for a fact. That's why it's so recommended for us to visit the cemetery. It's so mustahab to visit the cemetery, ziyaratul qubur, and just be there and be with yourself. Recite a Fatiha for all of the marhumeen. If you have someone in the cemetery, to go over their grave and sprinkle some rose water, recite Surah Yasin, and all of the other recommended things for a person to do. We have to stay connected. When we stay connected with the Akhirah, we revive ourselves in this dunya. And this is why Imam Ali alayhi salam, he says that with remembrance of death, it will kill, it will remove your lusts. When I no longer pursue my lusts and my desires, it's going to minimize me committing sin. And this is why death and remembering of death in Islam is a positive thing. It's a positive thing because it makes me more aware of my actions. It makes me more responsible for my doings, and accountability is also very important. I cannot pass a day or a week without being accountable for what it is that I do in this dunya or in the akhirah. Accountable towards my family, towards my friends, my colleagues, my clients, my employer, anyone who is around me, whether they're Muslim or whether they're non-Muslim, that's totally irrelevant. I have to be a good person. I have to be a person who is positive. When I die, people are going to say, may God have mercy on him, may God have mercy on her. They were indeed good people. Even when they were wronged, they were still positive and good. And this is why we remember death. We remember death not to become depressed or angry or anything negative, but we remember death to become positive, to live. So it is something good for us to do, to visit the cemetery, to look at our kafan. It's so mustahab to have a kafan, to look at your kafan, to get people to sign the kafan, to pray with the kafan, all for the sake of remembrance of death. And when you do so, maybe you're even able to buy your own grave as well, so you can prepare yourself for the barzakh, prepare yourself for the akhirah. I'm very sure all of you know that a lot can be said about this, but the point that I would like to share with my dear brothers and sisters is connect with the marhumeen. Go and visit them, because they can hear you. They feel pleasure when you sit down with them and you visit them and you perform charitable good deeds and send it for the reward of that particular marhum. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi tahirin.